Internet Computer is doing something right now that almost nobody's talking about. While everyone's distracted by the usual suspects, ICP just broke a 2-year downtrend, exchange balances are plummeting, and on-chain activity is spiking to levels we haven't seen since early 2021. Yeah, that 2021. The one where ICP went from $4 to over $700. I'm not saying history's repeating itself, but the data pattern is eerily similar, and if you're sleeping on this, you might wake up to ICP at $30 wondering what just happened. Welcome back to the channel. If you're here for no-nonsense crypto analysis without the hype, you're in the right place. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on notifications because we're diving into Internet Computer today. And trust me, this one's loaded with signals most traders are completely missing. Let me set the stage. According to Guaro Luciano, BTC on X, ICP has been quietly performing well, and once the broader market picks up steam, this thing could absolutely fly. But it gets better. AltcoinPiooners jumped in with some serious technical analysis, calling this a textbook macro reversal. They're pointing out that ICP broke a 2-year downtrend with serious conviction, wicked straight into the multi-year demand zone between $4 and $4.30, and immediately rejected with monster bid volume. Now, why does this matter? Because this is the exact same setup that launched ICP's 2021 breakout from $4 all the way to over $700. That's not a typo. We're talking about a 175 times move. Currently, ICP is sitting right on that breakout line as support, and if this holds, AltcoinPiooners is projecting a measured move to $12 to $15 fast, with potential targets of $25 to $30 by end of year if the Layer 1 narrative makes a comeback. But here's where it gets interesting, and honestly, a bit nerve-wracking. According to Locc Page, a writer and ICP enthusiast on X, something unusual is happening beneath the surface. Daily active wallets have jumped significantly over the last month. Transaction throughput has returned to levels we haven't seen in over a year. Smart contract execution keeps climbing, proving this isn't just random bot activity or wash trading. This is real adoption happening in real time. Developers are flooding into the ecosystem, code pushes and repository contributions are spiking. New applications are launching at a pace that screams momentum, not speculation. And here's my take. When developers show up, it's never random. Developers don't waste time on dying chains. They build where they see future opportunity. More builders equal more utility, and utility drives sustainable price performance. This isn't hopium, it's how crypto ecosystems actually scale. Now let's talk about what's happening with ICP supply because this is where things get spicy. Data from centralized exchanges shows that ICP balances are dropping aggressively. We're talking double-digit percentage decline in just 1 month. According to Locc Page, this behavior typically signals that whales aren't selling. They're accumulating. Think about it. Reduced supply on exchanges plus growing demand equals potential price acceleration. It's basic supply and demand economics, but in crypto, it happens at, like, warp speed. When tokens start disappearing from exchanges, it means someone with serious capital believes the price is going higher and they're willing to hold for that move. From a technical standpoint, ICP has broken above mid-range resistance in the high teens, and it's holding. Price patterns are showing higher lows and a compressed weekly structure. Locc Page calls this a classic coiling setup, the kind that precedes breakouts, and honestly, I agree. When on-chain activity, developer momentum, and tightening market structure all align, that's not coincidence. That's preparation for a significant move. So, according to Locc, ICP now stands out as one of the few Layer 1 blockchains with measurable user growth, real developer activity, and a valuation that actually sits below its fundamentals. My opinion. This rotation is, honestly, critical. When smart money moves, it doesn't announce itself on Twitter. It accumulates quietly while, everyone else is busy chasing meme coins. ICP is getting that quiet accumulation right now, and by the time mainstream crypto Twitter notices, the easy gains will already be gone. Here's something that should really make you pay attention. This move isn't fueled by leverage or synthetic positions. Funding rates remain flat. Open interest is stable. This is spot buyers leading the charge, and according to Locc, that's the ideal structure for a clean impulse move. No artificial pumps propped up by leverage that can get liquidated in seconds. When spot accumulation leads derivatives, you get sustainable price action, the kind that doesn't dump 40% overnight because some whale got liquidated. This is, honestly, the healthiest setup you can ask for before a major move. Let's talk price targets because that's what everyone wants to know. Initial resistance sits around $22. If ICP clears that, there's a liquidity pocket near $28 that could get filled fast. If momentum continues and the Layer 1 narrative returns, we're looking at $35 to $40 as realistic targets. AltcoinPiooners mentioned those $25 to $30 end-of-year targets, and honestly, based on the current structure and accumulation pattern, that's not unrealistic. But here's the thing. These targets only hit if Bitcoin and the broader market cooperate. ICP can have perfect fundamentals, but if Bitcoin dumps, everything dumps. That's just how this market works. The irony of crypto is that the biggest moves happen when nobody's watching. Everyone's glued to Bitcoin's daily candles or chasing the latest dog coin, while legitimate projects with real activity get ignored. According to Locc's analysis, across every metric, users, developers, liquidity, market structure, all signals point toward a breakout. My take: the compression we're seeing in ICP's price action combined with clean spot accumulation means this setup could resolve upward before most traders even notice it's happening. And by the time crypto Twitter is, screaming about ICP, you'll already be up 2 times, kinda wondering whether to take profits. Internet Computer has always been controversial. The token launched with massive hype, dumped 95%, and became the poster child for failed Layer 1s. But here's what changed. The team kept building. The community stayed engaged, and slowly, quietly, the fundamentals improved. This isn't a meme coin relying on Elon tweets. This is a functional blockchain with growing adoption and measurable on-chain activity. When a project survives a 95% drawdown and comes back stronger, that's when you should start paying attention. The weak hands are long gone. What's left are believers and accumulators. Look, I'm not here to promise you that ICP is going to 100x tomorrow. What I'm showing you is data, market structure, and on-chain signals that suggest something significant is building. Whether ICP hits $22, $30, or $40 depends on Bitcoin, market conditions, and a dozen other factors nobody can predict perfectly. But the setup is there. The accumulation is happening, the fundamentals are improving, and if you ignore all of this because ICP had a bad 2021 launch, that's on you. If you found this analysis valuable, go check out my other videos on Layer 1 altcoins and market cycle analysis. Drop a comment below with your ICP price prediction. Are we heading to $30 by year-end, or is this just another fake breakout? Let me know what you think. And, hey, appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We've got more analysis coming your way. Quick reminder, cryptocurrency is extremely volatile and risky. Nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm sharing data and analysis, not telling you what to do with your money. Always do your own research, never invest more than you can afford to lose, and understand that crypto can go to zero. Be smart, be cautious, and manage your risk accordingly.